Away we go!
Wow, we've grown out with Ninibar.
What he said. Welcome, ladies. Ladies, no woman listen to this. Welcome, general nerds, to this week's lock-in. I'm taking hosting duties because Adam has left us for his donkey lover in Mexico.
That damn bastard.
He loves me, man. Do not leave. He runs off with me because he loves me. It's only going to be a brief lock-in this week, mostly because we don't want to do a long one. I don't think you want to listen to a long one. And we're just basically going to do some news and some listener questions, and then a little bit of the community watch. Because, hell, stuff like that is fun. So, as you may have guessed by now, it's me, it's Stu, it's Dark Ages. Joining me is...
Chaos Envy.
A.K.A.
Chaos Envy.
That's all I'm going to do. He only deserves the one.
Yeah, it works like that.
Yeah, you know.
You don't push it.
Yeah, you don't take
push
it to A.K.A.
Dear God in heaven, Chaos Envy.
And Mr. Rob. Also joining us, because we can't do this too, man. They can't leave us alone with two. We just go mental. Is...
The voice of the Mr. Ons.
A.K.A.
Lydruter.
Hello to you, sir. So... In the previous time since we last talked, what have you been up to, Mr. Rob? Got anything good to share with us?
No.
Nah.
We did get our little surprise for AA.
Yeah, we got our... can I say it?
You can say it.
Oh, we got our t-shirts with artwork done by Mr. Envy. They are freaking awesome. Prepare to be jealous.
I'm prepared to have lots of people walking by us going, those guys are really up their own asses.
Yeah, those guys are really big-headed. Funny one, we'll decide if he's funny.
If you like them, he will be handing out cards at the event.
But no, they were awesome and a really good price considering I needed a really fat boy size. But no, they are awesome. I can't wait to wear them and I can't wait to show people them. That's how proud I am of them. Well done, Mr. Envy.
Thank you. My head is swelling.
No problem. No space on the couch. Let's see, what have I been up to? I've got a few Transformers. Donations from Mr. Nickel. Mr. Grufflock himself. I have Jump Starters. I have Firecons and some other G1 stuff. Still toying with the idea of getting more Cobra stuff.
Don't do it, man.
Damn you,
Don't
Jeremy
do it.
and Glenn. I can't help it. I want a Cobra Commander. But damn you, Jeremy and Glenn.
You've got a Cobra Commander.
No, I haven't. I've got the big one. Yes, of course I've got the big one. I want a 3 3/4 one.
No.
To lead my Crimson Guard and my Vipers in the battle. Mr. Paul, you don't usually report to anything you've got. Have you got anything interesting in
You only brought me here to fetch the beer.
Yeah, it's true.
The only interesting thing I've done was play through Transformers.
What did you think?
I got mightily disturbed by the placement of some of those icon shields.
I haven't gone through that.
It's Omega's crotch. That's
Oh
not
yeah, I
right.
remember shooting that one. Yeah.
No, you know on...
Oh, just with the designs.
Yeah, on the back of Optimus you've got the thing. And on the back of Bumblebee and Ratchet and Starscream.
Yeah.
It's finding them on them all. On Omega Supreme and Triptychon, it's their crotch plate.
Auto crotch.
Which was rather disturbing.
I'm having a Brody moment.
Brody moment? Explain.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I
it's Mallrats.
I feel.
Oh no, it's Mallrats.
I feel like I should be doing Stan Lee's part. He seems to be really hung up on Transformers' sexual organs.
Well, it's Omega Supreme. He would be well hung.
That's why he's so down, because he isn't.
Moving on.
Moving on, yeah. So we'll do a bit of news. Well, there has been a lot said about Transformers 3 and some footage coming out of the filming in Chicago.
Ooh,
Now,
we are so not bothered.
Yeah, now usually we're not. But from what I'm seeing, I am, because I think it's interesting, even if it is going to be terrible. Prime has a trailer. Prime has a Generation 1 based trailer.
It's very shiny.
It's very nice, yeah. It's basically it's the same pattern and design, but it's not got the blue. But it does have the Autobot symbol.
And we're just waiting
I'm trying
to see
to,
how Michael Bay blows it up.
Yeah, because inevitably he will. But no, I'm really liking that. But the thing that has really pulled me in, and the thing that has really drawn my attention to it, and makes me think that this could get a bit better, is what as people have been saying is the Stunticons. Now, I don't know if this is official, because when I first saw it, I thought there was 2, and I really hoped it was Runabout and Run Amok. But yeah, there is 3. I discovered this earlier today. But for those who haven't seen it, you can check it on various news sites, because various people have obviously been down as they've been filming. I've brought a picture up for those who haven't seen it, for Rob and Paul if they haven't seen it. What do you think of those?
To be honest,
Go on.
not very disguisey.
Yeah, but I think at that point disguise is not an option.
Well, yeah, everyone seems to know about them now, so the whole
Yeah.
disguise thing.
And that whole sequence is full of base explosions anyway.
Maybe that is them part changed.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It is them going, this is
Assault mode.
Yeah, for anybody who's read the IDW stuff, when Runabout and Runamuck started going, well, sod it, let's just ram off the road, and they phase out their armour panels and stuff, that's what it makes me think of. But I love the idea of this NASCAR basically being covered in 50 cal guns.
If you look at the way the paint job goes to the back, it's like they've all shifted up and moved around.
There's a lot of panel shifts, stuff like
Yeah.
exhausts have popped out and stuff. I love the fact that on Cybertron there is a picture of a person's arm on the last picture, on the news bit we're checking out. Weird.
It's James Bond crossed with Transformers.
Yeah,
What could Q do?
It's an interesting look. I want to see what they're going to do with it. Though is it wrong to say I was disappointed when I found it was free and it wasn't going to be Runabout and Run Amok?
No.
Alright, it'd be Runabout, Run Amok, and Run Away.
No, it'd be run and get decapitated.
You do realise he's probably going to use the trailer to change Optimus into a Ultra Magnus wannabe.
Oh, you know what? If he did some form of sort of super mode God Jinrai, I'd be happy.
As long as he went, good on!
Couldn't do it for the American market.
Guess who's been watching a lot of Master Force lately? Let's have a quick rundown, see what else is in this, because obviously a lot of it is this thing of them filming the movie, and obviously I don't want to go into it too much, because if you're avoiding spoilers,
And I just don't care in the slightest.
Yeah, well there is that as well. We're not massive
You
fans of
have
it.
to care.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
The first movie was, painful. The second movie almost made me want to commit suicide.
The first movie gave us the second movie, and the second movie gave us Optimus Prime ripping off faces.
Yeah, Give Me Your Face is still a beautiful thing.
Optimus's entrance in the second movie and Optimus's fight in the wood are still great cinema moments.
Yeah, I'll give you that. The fight in the wood's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
As loath as I am to admit it.
Even Michael Bay couldn't do shaky cam on that. There was just too much action.
Well, we're going to move away from the movie because it causes hostility. This is worth mentioning, if only for the stupidity of it. San Diego Comic-Con. Stan Bush will be there.
Woo!
Bringing some cheese with him, no doubt. Let's see, what else applies to us?
Huge disc of Edam, Albert.
Behold my cheese! It's my record. Let's see, now there's a bunch of stuff about the UK comic, but nobody really reads it because it's movie-based. Well, between us anyway. Scroll. Sorry, this is very scrolling slow because it's all full of pictures. Oh, there's a picture of Shave the Beef. Who cares? Right, yeah, that's something I want to bring up later, Paul. Paul has just gasped
Paul's
at the
just
thing that...
brought something up now.
Yes, there's pictures of Humorous Alliance Jazz with Captain Lennox. Lennox looks terrible. I don't know why they just didn't remold some G.I. Joe stuff.
That's not Lennox, that's Ken.
Yeah.
As in Barbie.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That really is terrible.
I'm a fan of the robots, and I still kind of want a Barricade, because I love Barricade.
That's nice, but
no.
that really was a Ken's head.
Oh.
Yeah. What Mr. Rob has just gone ooh at is there's some featured auctions on Cybertron. He's starting to list some stuff. It's a shattered glass Transformers War for Cybertron Prime.
That's
So
nice.
he's
Very nice.
evil psychotic Prime. I really like that. Not enough pictures of it though. There's a whole bunch of other auctions. This is a terrible bit of news. We should have done this beforehand. Let's see now. More stuff about filming in Transformers 3 filming in Milwaukee. Obviously this is all...
They got too much sand in the cameras last time.
Let's see, more... Sorry about this, Adam. You're going to have to edit some of these bits out because we didn't prepare because we're crap.
Hello, my honey. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime.
Actually, no, there is something I do want to mention from this bit. I'm not sure which side it is, but they're selling a... Go on.
Can I just time you out here?
Go on.
We're spending a hell of a lot of time on news, which we never do.
Yeah, but I like to do the news. I don't think there's much else. Sorry, there's not much else to say, really. Nothing's jumped out. So let's...
Important news!
Let's find the thing
You are
that
turning
Mr.
more
Paul...
into James May.
Yeah. Good news! Daisy Sandero is coming out soon.
Good news, Bumblebee shall now be the Daisy Sandero.
I'd watch it. So let's find the thing that Mr. Paul made a mess in his pants over. Because it's the Community Watch stuff. I found this morning. This was front-paged on Sabretron, which is where I usually go for my news. Let's see now. So if you go to the forums, if you go to General TF Chats and look for the custom IDW Thunderwing. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the guy involved whose name eludes me at the moment, I do apologise, has basically made IDW's Thunderwing out of Supreme Starscream from Cybertron. And basically he's hand sculpted like 90% of this figure. And I'm in complete and utter awe of it. It has both his normal, I want to say normal mode, it's as normal as he gets as a Giant Pretender, and his Ultra mode. It's gorgeous.
That is actually really, really nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a really good picture for you. There we go, that's a really good one that shows off. There's basically a picture of him with the full head light up and the hand clenched in front of him. And as I say, 90% of that's been hand sculpted, which to me is very impressive.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
We do have a link to these pictures on the site. Yeah. So if you go to www.oldoilhouse.co.uk and go to the forums, General TF Chats.
Yeah, and it's in there.
You'll find it in there with a link to all these pictures, which are really nice.
I will just show these gentlemen the Ultra mode.
That's quite nice.
Yeah. And the scary thing to say about this as well is it is fully transformable.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That guy's good.
Yeah.
What's his name? We need to give him
really impressed.
serious words up.
I think it's listed as Dak from Cybertron.ca, which is the website he's posted on. So I'm
Canada?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do apologise if you are listening to this and you are the guy who did this. If your name's not Dak, I do apologise. But if
Please
you are listening to this, yeah, this is awesome. By good gravy, this is awesome. Can we have a bludgeon? Yeah, that's the only thing I can really say about that. I don't think there was much else Community Watch well, there wasn't anything else I'd seen. Anything you'd seen, Mr. Rob?
No, I haven't had much chance to do much looking. Okay
then, so we'll go straight to the listener questions. So Paul's going to be answering these as if he was Adam this week. So you've got to make your answers as random as possible.
Fair enough.
Or somehow Viking based. So, the first question then is by Tricky. As ever, Tricky, thank you for a good question. He says, who are you?
Go away, leave me alone, you horrible Volon.
That's not what he said.
Sorry, I've been watching Babylon 5 too much.
It can't be helped.
Okay. I'm utterly terrified.
That's the one question the Volons ask over and over again. Who are you?
That's just his voice translator on the glitch.
It's stuck.
You don't see him afterwards with the screwdriver desperately trying to fix it.
It's like he's got question Tourette's. Can't help it. It just keeps saying it.
Well, no, it was
short-term amnesia. Who are you?
It was Sebastian. It was Sebastian who kept asking, "Who are you?" Their Inquisitor. Oh, that was such a good episode.
No one expects the Volon Inquisition.
On with the question.
Fetch me the comfy chair. So yeah, Tricky asks, who are you? By which I mean, who in Transformers continuity, jeez, is most like you? Not who would you like to be, but which character is closer to your temperament and personality? He goes on to say that he says he feels he is G1 Wheeljack, inventive, sense of humour, gun chance of one of his experiments getting out of hand and doing a lot of damage. Which is why we love you, Tricky. So, who wants to go first? Dead. Nobody wants to go first.
I know which one I think Adam is, I just can't remember the name at the minute. Animated junk.
Oh, Rekka.
Rekka, yes.
Yeah,
Yes, Adam is definitely
animated one or original one?
a combination of both. A very dangerous hybrid.
I do imagine Adam sitting there going, "I, Adam, dare to be stupid!"
Yes, I'm putting Adam down as that. If he holds it against me, Grufflock knows where to find me. And you. All of you.
On the forums. That is where you can find him.
I think.
Better be a good answer.
I know I'm probably going to get people disagreeing, but I'd like to say I'm like Hot Rod in the sense that I never think things through. I generally just go with my first idea, which is usually the worst one.
And you're the pretty one.
That's debatable.
I think we should
Out of the
also,
three of us, yes.
Okay, I think I'll agree to that.
we should also say who we think they're most like.
Could work.
So who do you think
I actually,
Chaos Envy is most like?
if we're doing who we think people like, I then think Grufflock is Trax. Because he's the biggest egomaniac in the Ultimate.
We can see that one. I think you're most like Cup.
Really?
You complain a lot about things that don't matter.
No, I complain about work.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, you've got a very good point there.
I better give my answer then. I thought long and hard about this. Well, I say that. I just had to wait until it came out. Animated Cup. I'm fat and I'm grumpy. And I'm old.
Not compared to me, my child.
True. But out of the usual people that I'm with, I'm the oldest. So I'm fat, grumpy and old, so I'm animated Ratchet. You rassle-frassing kids with your technology and dance music. Yarr!
So,
I would have said more like Ironhide. You just want to plough in and get things done.
Yeah, that works.
and Ironhide's grumpy as well.
Yeah, he has his moments. Yeah. Anybody else want to say anything else about that one? Who do we think Adam should be?
I said Trax because of the egomaniac thing.
I'm still sticking with Rekka.
Yeah.
It
works.
just fits.
Even down to the facial hair.
Or he could be Megatron.
No.
In the whole thing of you do it my way or not at all.
Beast Wars Megatron.
No, he is Megatron.
Yes. Beast Wars Megatron I agree with.
No, he's G1 Megatron. He knows that I'm going to usurp him. He knows that I keep trying to take over, but he keeps me around.
You're comparing yourself to Starscream there?
Maybe!
That's just because you want to be the same guy who voices Cobra Commander.
Yeah! Cobra! Yeah, that would just kick ass.
Okay, should we do another question?
Yeah,
Scream.
Asia, apologies if I can't pronounce that right.
I'm sure Adam has
Asia.
told us how to...
It's up from the Viking legends.
I would have gone with the Jeremy thing of that. It's probably some anime.
The Azir were the gods.
So Azir says, which G1 toy do you think has aged the most, in which it looks old and is very noticeable and is probably something you'd avoid?
Bumblebee. Sorry? I'll wait my turn.
Wow, instant reaction there from Paul. We'll leave it there. Rob?
I'm trying to think through the actual G1 toys that I've owned.
I don't think I can cut this down either, because a lot of them have aged quite badly. Little niggly things that didn't bother me as a kid. Yeah, jump starters for a start, because the fact that their arms move up and down and that's it. You can't even move their heads. But I love them. Send me more.
Bumblebee for me because he didn't even last coming out of the packet when I got him from the Wicton toy shop.
Jeez. But no, honestly, I think like 90% of G1 has aged really badly.
Yeah.
Like, yet again, just because I've been watching it, I've been watching Master Force, sitting there going, God, Jinrai's awesome. Then going, yeah, I've got a good Jinrai, looking at it going, oh, it's a brick.
The original Rodimus Prime. I remember the original Hot Rod wasn't the greatest toy, but it was quite nice.
It wasn't too bad. You had a bit of articulation in the arms, but that was about it.
But then the original Rodimus.
He was terrible.
I never actually owned that toy, but I remember there was a toy thing going on, and I think it was Tully House, and I went to see that. And they had a Rodimus there, and he was terrible.
Yeah, his legs were solid, and his arms just moved at the shoulders, and that was it.
He was god awful.
Yeah,
I'd go for Rodimus Prime.
Classics has given us a lot.
To be fair, I considered saying Optimus, but then I remembered the Power Master Optimus Prime.
Yeah, that's aged probably worse.
Yeah, where the legs were fused solid, and unless you put him into his maximum form, and then the legs only moved sideways.
He did the split. It was worse when he was combined with God Bomber. As I was saying, I love God Jinrai. I thought, that looks awesome, and then you see the figure and go, oh, great.
Feel glad we live in the age of toys we do.
Yeah, that's why we keep asking for these things re-released in the Classics line. I really want a Power Master Prime. Or even if they just called him Jinrai, that'd be awesome. Right, next one then. Well, this one's actually kind of been answered on the forum, so we're only going to quickly go over this. Tricky yet again asks, has there ever been a hybrid combiner in any of the fiction, like Superion with a Technobot leg, or Predaking with a Combaticon? He asks us, he can't remember ever seeing it, and this may be something we see in the IDW ongoing. It throws up interesting questions about the combined unit's personalities and physical compatibility. A Constructicon can't be used with the Combaticons, but could the Seacons borrow him, for instance? Now, obviously, you guys have answered this a lot, and it has been mentioned that they did that in the Scramble City OVA. For those who don't know what that is, it's a straight-to-video Japanese release, which involved a bit more of the Combiner team, using Scramble Power, which was basically changing their limbs around. So instead of it always being such and such is the leg, such and such could become the arm, and they would change their abilities. In a more Western view, think of Ruination from RID. He had the two variants. One set where there were the legs, one set with the arms. But as far as I know, that is the only place they've ever done it. And if you've seen it, you know it didn't work very well because they had a Stunticon and an aerial bot leg, and it just went and didn't let him work. Personally, I don't think it's something that should happen. I'm not a fan of it because of the personality thing. I like to think of that combined being an individual who is the amalgamation of their personalities. Guys, anything?
I like to think it's difficult to make them work together as a single unit, so splitting them around just...
Especially Menasor.
Yeah.
There's a conflict.
Although I do like what Tricky says on it, because I do like the idea of them going to combine and one of the bad guys combining as an arm and just going, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself.
Yeah, that would work. I love that. I'll say in the Scramble City there is a bit where one of the Stunticons becomes Superion's leg and it just frazzles and he can't do anything with it. So there is moments, but personally I'm staying away from it.
You have to do it as a whole group of them, which just formed into whichever combination they wanted to form.
Maybe we should mention that whereas we don't mind people answering the questions, I think Grufflock may kill people if he doesn't get to look like the smart one, because he is an egomaniac.
Yes. Hence why I'm answering these questions so badly.
Yeah. Just a polite note, guys, if you are going to do that in future, stick it in general discussion. Gives us something else to discuss. Okay, so we go down to Greenwich Mean, who has 3 questions. First one is, what would you say was your worst Transformers decision?
Leaving all my Beast Wars toys with Adam and Glenn.
Mr. Paul? Maybe this goes back to your comment about buying Bumblebee and him breaking.
Nope. It was letting my mother throw out my entire run of the British release comic.
Mine's kind of close. Mine's 2. No, mine's 3.
That's greed in itself.
Yeah, but I've got more Transformers than you. I've got more to lose. First one was going, yeah, that's fine. Give all my old toys to charity. Oh, jeez, no.
The tears are running even now.
So much stuff. Second would be, yeah, I'll get that Supreme Cheetor. He looks cool. And third was Universe Galvatron. I'll have that. Ugh.
Oh, that was terrible.
Second one is what's in your favourite intro? I'm assuming that what is your favourite intro song from all the series?
With what actually features in the favourite intro song.
I think it's...
Well, we'll do it as both. We'll say what is and why we like it.
Yeah.
Paul, you can go first since you haven't gone first.
I don't know. I'd have to go with Beast Wars, I think.
Just
Is
because
that
it goes
just 'cause-
Beast Wars.
I was gonna say
Yes,
that.
it
why I like
literally
it.
was just. The...
It's Ron Seal. It tells you exactly what it is. Beast Wars.
It's exactly what it says on the tin.
It wasn't the flashiest, and it wasn't the best put together, but as you say, it did exactly what it said on the tin.
Yeah.
It didn't give you any false expectations of the series. It just let the series give you what it was.
And it had that really good guitar riff in it.
Yes.
I admit some of the Japanese ones were flashier and funnier,
Oh yeah, some of the Japanese stuff's
but
great.
just for all-round simpleness, I'd have to go with Beast Wars.
Fair dues. Mr. Rob, aka KSMV, aka KSMV, aka Rob.
I think I'm going to have to go for the Master Force, just because.
Good choice.
Just because, although it's one of those ones that's got the flashy openings and everyone flying about and doing, stuff that'd get you all the judges giving you 11.
Yeah, and
On the judging
spoiling
panel.
the series.
Basically,
Yeah.
don't watch that intro if you're epileptic.
Yeah, basically,
How
apart
much of the series?
Apart
Yes.
from that, it's the fact that if you're reading the subs on the song,
Oh no!
Yeah.
it makes sense. And
Oh no, it does.
for Japanese animes and series, for the song to make some kind of sense, it scared me because I'm used to reading these things and going, let's see what those crazy folk are singing about now. Stuff like "Boy Soar to the Heavens" and "Make Everything
Yeah.
Lovely," and to mention one of the recent ones, the latest Naruto ending with the "I'm going to ride my bicycle, I'm going to pedal. What's that got to do with ninjas?" But
Ninjas ride bike.
They save on fuel costs.
But it's the actual fact that in the Master Force thing they're actually saying, we're going to have to fight for a better tomorrow,
Yeah.
and some of us may die.
But isn't that intro song rather more serious than the actual show?
It's 10 times more serious, but I like it.
Come on, we've got a series where people go, "God on!"
On!
Deity on! Jeez. I'm going to cheat here because I don't really have a favourite intro song, but I do have a favourite outro. It's the victory stuff, where it asks you if Star Saber was a glutton and did he soil the bed?
Yeah.
Was he a kid just like us? I freaking love that.
Yes.
I showed that to my mate Mike on the weekend, who's never seen it and isn't a big Transformers fan, and he just sat there going, "What?" It's the fact that they're these little super deformed ones, and he's skating around with the piss bed sheet strapped to him as like a cape. That and just the whole chin pui. I loves it. Plus, it's got more Dino Force in it. More Dino Force everywhere. Let's see now. His third question is: what would you say is the worst generation? By which
2.
if you let me finish. For shouting out a random number which has no connection to anything. I think you mean as in like which continuity? I'm guessing. Maybe it is just the worst.
Maybe series.
I'm going to do mine because it's quick. The beginning of Armada because it just felt like Pokemon.
Headmasters.
Gotta get them all.
Mini cons. So we've got one call for Headmasters. What about Mr. Rob?
Generation 2.
Philistine. That's all I can
He
say.
might
about
have
that.
a good reason for that. Now, what am I saying? Sorry.
Damn dirty Generation 2 killed his father. Let's see now. And, that's it for the questions. They were very brief. The rest of it is just the comments about the Scramble City stuff. Yeah, that is it. So, that's a very brief lock-in. But that's the way we like it. With no Grufflock here, we skive off.
Seriously, dude, this is nothing like work.
I know. But why don't we even just make it easy by not working at something which isn't work?
It just feeds our ego.
You amaze me with...
My laziness? Yeah, no.
It's something that...
It took a lot of work.
Have you ever thought about going pro?
Oh, I am.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I am and I'm not. If I went pro, it would actually cause some effort, and I can't be asked. So
You can maybe get sponsored.
That's why he exercises. A little bit of exercise is less work than carrying around too much weight.
there you go. You got to think these things when you're a professional.
That's crazy.
When you reach my level, you know. But anyway, we're going to wrap that up then. So from the three of us, goodbye, toodles. Rob, anything to say to the people before we go?
I did have a fantastic statement, which was inspiring, thoughtful, and would change lives.
Mm-hmm.
But all I can think to say now is, I'm Ted Theodore Logan!
And I am Bill F. Preston, Esquire!
And together
We are Wild Stallions!
To which I can only say the following. Now you too can use the Master Force to transform!